Hey guys, what is going on? I hope you all are doing well today. Elliot here, and welcome back to the Fragrance Well. So for today's video, we are going to focus on a sister brand of fragrances. They're called RiiFFs and Nusuk. I am formerly not heard of this brand, but they did reach out to me. They sent me a couple fragrances. They wanted me to give my thoughts on the fragrances, so that's what we're gonna do today. Again, didn't know about these brands before they reached out. The only research I really did was really just to make sure the email was legit. So other than that, I didn't really do any more extensive research. The fragrances they sent to me, I haven't looked them up or anything like that. And the only thing they really told me was that one brand focuses on French style and the other one focuses on Arabian style, which you can pretty much see from the names and the boxes. So I'll just go ahead and show them right now. So from RiiFFs, we got two, and from Nusuk, which I hope I'm saying that right, I've got one. So we got Prive Noir here from RiiFFs, and then we've got this one here called Wonder of You from RiiFFs. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. And from Nusuk, we've got this one here, Fawah. And I hope I'm saying that correct. So this is basically going to be a first impressions video. I'm just going to give my thoughts on them. Again, I don't know much about them. However, I'm looking at the name Wonder of You. I can't help but think that might be a play on Stronger with You, but we'll see. We'll find out right now. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys are familiar with these houses. Feel free to share your thoughts on them, but we're going to go over them right now. So before we get started, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please hit that bell icon and enable notifications so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get it started. So the first one is from RiiFFs Parfums, and that's going to be the Prive Noir. I've already opened it. I don't really like doing that unpackaging stuff. So here's the bottle here. Pretty much kind of looks like a bottle of sauce or something like that. Does feel like a pretty decent build. Feels like hefty in the hand. Here, let me pull the cap off. Okay, the cap just kind of slides into place. A little bit of resistance, but it doesn't click or anything like that. And yeah, I can't smell anything right now. So let's go ahead and dive into it. See what we got here. Let's see here. All right, got a couple sprays. All right, initial smell. Okay. So remember I said I don't really know too much about the house, and I'm just diving into these right off the bat, but you know what this kind of smells like to me? Kind of smells like Cedrat Boisé from Mancera. So I think it is a rip on that, because I kind of get the lemony citrus, the like lemon and orange and zesty citrus, got the little bit of vanillic sweetness, got the woodiness to it. Yeah, it kind of smells like Cedrat Boisé right off the rip. Now it does smell good, I'll say that much. Just, you know, on the strip, obviously, you know, things like, since with cologne fragrances, you know, one of the things is you kind of got to put them on skin to see like where the real differences are. Right off the strip, you know, you're just kind of getting the snapshot of it anyway, and you might not really be able to get any differences. Let's look at the notes real quick. All right, so I got the notes pulled up on the website here. Let's see, we got pineapple, apple, bergamot, black currant. That definitely makes sense because, like I said, it's very citrus, fruity kind of feel, very zesty and vibrant, a little bit sharp. You also got birch, patchouli, rose, Moroccan jasmine in the heart. So again, that makes sense. It's woody. It's got that little bit of that smoky feel. And then we got musk, oak moss, vanilla, ambergris. I said the sweetness is there. The musk kind of makes sense. Oak moss certainly makes sense. So yeah, to me, it pretty much smells like a variation of Cedrat Boisé. I was about to say intense Cedrat Boisé because that's the only Cedrat I have, but I think it's more Cedrat Boisé, maybe even like a Frankensteining of Aventus, Cedrat Boisé, Hassavat to a degree. It almost feels like it has all three of those kind of rolled into one, so to speak. But I mean, it smells nice. You know, this scent DNA, you know, is kind of a compliment garnering scent DNA. So, and I do believe it is more on the affordable side. So if you're looking for something like that, this could be one worth looking into. So once again, from RiiFFs Parfums, this is Prive Noir, or is it? Yeah, Prive Noir. And on the website, it actually says Prive Noir Black. So Prive Noir Black here from RiiFFs Parfums. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the second one from RiiFFs Parfums, and that is going to be Wonder of You. So this is RiiFFs Parfums Wonder of You. Now, if there's one thing I can say about both of these bottles is they are hefty. Dude, this is solid right here. This is solid glass. This is probably gonna be now one of the heaviest bottles in my collection, and it is massive, heavy in the hand. The cap though, I don't really like the cap in terms of the shape, but I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, but it fits on nicely. Nope, can't really smell anything there. So we'll go ahead and spray this one. Let's see what we get from Wonder of You. All right. Yeah, I think that I think my initial thoughts were correct. Maybe a play on Stronger With You, maybe even a play on like the Wanted fragrances from Azzaro. I don't own any of the Wanted fragrances other than Wanted by Night, which is not like the newer, like Most Wanted and all that stuff. So it is a play on all of those, though. It kind of has that typical scent DNA you'll get from those fragrances. Overall, it smells good. I mean, you know, it has that sweetness to it, a little bit of that spice. It's ambery. It has a fresh element mixing with it, and it pretty much just smells like, you know, it even has a little bit of like a 1 million kind of feel. So it's sitting in that vein of fragrances. Let me look up the notes for this one. All right, so for Wonder of You, a little bit more of a simpler note breakdown. We got pineapple, mandarin, sage, and sweet dry amber. And this fragrance is ambery. It has a fresh element. I think that sage is probably playing into that. The mandarin certainly could be contributing to that. And you know, that's the notes given. There's, you know, this one kind of overall has that artificial, you know, but pleasant smell that you find in a lot of, you know, popular fragrances nowadays that have an amberiness to them, a hint of a spice, maybe a fruity kind of sweetness. That's what you get here. And look, it's pleasant. Certainly same as, what was the other one called? Prive Noir. Yeah, you'll get that compliment factor from it for sure. Again, you know, I'd have to wear it on skin to kind of know the other elements, but this is a first impressions. Do these fragrances smell good? Yeah, they do. And yeah, I cannot deny that. Is it stuff I would necessarily buy on my own? Probably not, but again, these were sent to me, so I have no problem talking about them. And yeah, that's Wonder of You. Smells pretty good. Out of the two, I don't know. I mean, they're about equal to me. You know, they both represent something that is definitely well represented in fragrances overall. They're just giving their own personal take on it, which is fine. So once again, from RiiFFs Parfums, this is Wonder of You. All right, guys, let's move on to the final one. This one's coming from the house of Nusuk, and I hope I'm saying that right, but this is the sister house of RiiFFs Parfums, and this one focuses on more Arabian style fragrances. Both of the houses are Middle Eastern, so there's no point in me saying this one focuses on Middle Eastern. They're both Middle Eastern houses, but this one has an Arabian focus, and you know what? I'm even going to show you the full presentation of this one because it's a little bit more elaborate, which, you know, makes sense for the Middle Eastern style fragrance theme, which tends to be a little bit more elaborate. And so that's the full presentation. You know, sits into a box with a little bit of a, you know, kind of a bed for it. And here's the bottle here. You know, let me straighten it up for you. So again, this one's called Fawah from Nusuk. This one is called Fawah. And again, that hefty bottle is still there, man. These bottles are like thick, man, really dense glass. As far as the cap goes, yeah, the cap's pretty much the same as the others. And yeah, I can't smell anything there, which, you know, not always the case, but sometimes you do. So let's go ahead and spray, see what we get. Hang on, here we go. Spray one more time. Okay, so for this, a little bit fruity. It's probably some rosy like notes, like florals. Thinking a play on rose. Touch of an amberiness. Maybe a hint of spice, maybe some musk. If this is meant to smell like something else, I don't know what it is. Right off the bat, I cannot think of anything off the top of my head that this may smell like. So it's not something I necessarily have experience with or have in my cabinet. If it does smell like something, it could be its own thing. But yeah, it's kind of I'm guessing a little bit of rose, you know, a little bit of an amberiness, muskiness, touch of spice, kind of a fruity nature. I don't think there's necessarily fruit note. I think there's maybe some florals adding to that fruity nature. Yeah, it's a little bit powdery, a little bit floral. It's kind of soft in nature, not necessarily weak, just soft. You know, it's not like slapping me upside the head with its scent profile. And in terms of me just kind of grading it on my own, I think it smells okay. I mean, I'm not really blown away by it, but it smells nice. I think this one may lean a little, it's kind of unisex overall, but this one may lean a little bit more feminine in general. I would say I would rather smell this on a woman than I would want to smell on myself. So let me look up the notes for this one. All right, guys, so I'm looking at the notes for this one, and I am way off on what I think I'm smelling here. See, they say lemon zest, lemon, lavender, patchouli, apple, lavender again, and then lavender in the base as well, vanilla, and vetiver. Maybe I need to spray it on skin because I'm not really getting much lavender. I can understand the apple. I did say there was a fruity nature. The vanilla makes sense. Vetiver, vetiver, you know, it's probably not really gonna get much of that on the strip right away because it's not like a vetiver scent. Lemon zest, that kind of makes sense. There's a brightness to it. Patchouli, it's not really standing out to me if it is in here, but either way, I don't know. I thought it was more of a floral fragrance. I still feel like I'm getting more of a floral essence to this, you know, and again, I said it wasn't really like the most authentic smelling. So that's why I said, you know, might be a rose-like thing here. But yeah, right off the rip, I'm not getting a lot of lavender, but I might need to spray it on skin. I don't want to do it now because I got to do some other stuff right after I film this. So I don't want to spray myself with all of these fragrances, but I'll try that later. However, yeah, my note guessing is way off on that one, if that's the case. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're getting from Fawah. And I will say, out of the 3 that I have smelled today, I can't really smell it there yet. Out of the 3 I've smelled today, I do think this one is probably the most interesting because this is giving me something that I don't feel like I've experienced before with Prive Noir Black. Again, that reminds me of an Aventus style fragrance. Let's just call it that, an Aventus style fragrance. Most readily I think of Cedrat Boisé, but I do get some other like Aventus style elements to it. And then the other one, which was Wonder of You, that one I just think 1 million, think The Most Wanted, think Stronger With You. It's kind of all of that rolled into one basically. Think the, what is it, the Valentino Uomo Born in Roma fragrance is some of the later ones. That's kind of what I think about with that fragrance. So this one here, it does at least give me something that I don't feel like I've experienced. If anybody knows anything about this, more about this scent, feel free to share it down below. But once again, this is from Nusuk Parfums and this is Fawah. Alright guys, that is gonna do it for this video. Once again, that was my first impressions from two fragrances, from RiiFFs Parfums and one from Nusuk Parfums, and these are sister houses. And again, these fragrances were sent to me for me to talk about on the channel, so that's what I did. I gave my thoughts on them. Let me know down in the comments below if you are familiar with these houses, if you got any fragrances from them, and let me know what you think of them, which ones you like, etc, etc. Thanks again for watching all the way into the end. I really do appreciate you guys. Please remember to be well and smell well, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Fragrance Well. Have a good one.